out of this one, and we'll let me see here. Um, refresh, refresh, refresh. All right, and here we are again. Let's see if this works. This is really messed up. Let me get in here, hit that little likey button there, come up here. There's that, and that, and that, and that. Hey, how you doing, Justin? I don't know what's going on with this bloody thing. I got no clue. That's twice in like a month that it's quit broadcasting, but this is telling me it's still broadcasting. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with it. I got absolutely no clue. Yep, and here we go. I'm doing all right. I'm peachy freaking cool. Doggone, we're off centered again. Look at this critter. Get over here. It's a little better. Oh, let me see here. Oh, yeah, exactly. Here we go again. Ah, fresh pot of coffee's done. Yummy, yummy. That's only the second pot this morning, so. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, I didn't even realize we weren't broadcasting, guys. I was sitting here carrying on a full conversation with y'all because it was still showing me live up there, but I was doing the spinny, spinny thing down here. And it wasn't until Justin popped up and asked if the video was working for everybody. And Tony said no. It's like, huh, not only can I not see me, but they can't see me either. I started buying Asian spice packets lately. Asian spice packets. You know, my daughter just recently started using Asian spice. She buys it in the shaker though, about yay big. It's got a gray label with white letters on it. It says Asian spice, and she uses it with everything. Um, Things keep going the way they're going now in this country. We'll all be speaking Chinese and in or some fusion of multi Asian dialects and stuff in within the next 10 years. So we might as well get used to it. Um, like chow mein, sweet and sour, sesame. Hey Drew, I cleaned my musket a couple days ago, and I bit me. You cleaned your musket a couple days ago, then bit yourself? Huh? What? Greetings, beautiful souls from across the pond and under the same skies. Hey, Squirrel Sniper. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well this morning. I bought 5 spice jar in a couple years ago. Hated. She loves that Asian spice that she uses. Like I said, she uses it on everything. She uses it on noodles. She uses it on meat. She uses it on everything. How is it that? Um, how is it that that Red Hot commercial goes? I use that beep on everything. That's her and her Asian seasoning. it had a black licorice flavor. Yeah, I don't like black licorice. I eat the crap out of strawberry licorice, but I do not like black licorice, which is really funny because when I was little, I used to love the little um, white and black licorice candies that you got, the this and that's, whatever they're called. I used to eat those things like crazy, but licorice now has just got too much of a licorice taste to it. Um, how'd it bite you? You catch your finger in the lock? How'd it get you? I need a reality check. Google's claiming only 4 persons in JFK car day of assassination, yet all the photos show 6. I know it's 6, but the lock. But I had a rage over my ham. I'm glad to be clear of musket type guns. What's Google up to? That's a really good question. A new video actually came out about a week ago, week and a half ago, and they're talking about uh, the um, the JFK assassination and new evidence uh, has been declassified, and they're telling about uh, uh, oh, the driver. They say if you zoom into the video, though it's an old grainy video, they say you can actually see him turn around with a small pistol in his hand, point it right at JFK and pull the trigger. You can even see the discharge. And, of course, they zoom into it, and it's grainy as I don't know what. And it does look like that's the fact. So, what really happened? What video has been manipulated with AI? What? Is the truth ever going to come out? Who the hell knows? Um, so far as I recall, there were only 4 in the car till the shooting started. Yeah, I could see the driver clearly take the shot. I do heavy artillery stuff, but still do light. Oh yeah, oh yeah, and it's really kind of nice to have um, your own guns anyway when you're out there, just in case they don't need anybody else on the artillery line. You can get out there in the field and actually play a little bit. I mean that's what I always enjoyed doing. That's why I always carried a Navy or a Colt with me. That way I could get out there and shoot too. I have been in those battle reenactments before where artillery unit is completely killed off. So I grab the pistol and go out and start playing with the other guys. Oh, God, that coffee's good. Playing with cannons. It's always fun. It's always fun. It'd be, it's a lot more fun when you go and do, like 1812 or French and Indian War, and they've actually got pyrotechnics set up on the battlefield. Uh, so, when the artillery lets off a barrage. You see all these little ground explosions pop up. But things get so monotonous when you go to the larger reenactments. I've told you guys before about the 1812 reenactment that I went to, where they set off a ground effect and a girl was jumping over a pumpkin as the ground effect went off under the pumpkin and just completely covered her in molten pumpkin and gunpowder and fire. So if it wasn't for the paint that she was wearing on her face and stuff like that, she would have sustained really bad burns. And I mean, they had to bring the ambulance right out on the battlefield to load her up. It singed her clothes. Um, she sustained first degree burns, burn her hair, the whole shebang. So it's just one of them situations where you have to stay very alert and very careful. And people don't realize just how dangerous reenacting can be, which is probably one of the reasons why they don't do a lot of ground effects anymore. The skirmishes, just the reenactors are fun with no spectators. I'm looking, but on low speed data, so this might take a while. Oh my goodness. Oh, we're up to 28 degrees. Woohoo. We might see 35 again today. Who knows? I don't know what we're supposed to get up to today. It's very. Let me see here. What's it saying? Ooh, it's saying 41. Practically a heat wave. Good morning, Ian. Good to see you, bud. Hope you're doing well. JFK 6 in the car is a Mandela effect. That flipped back a week or so ago. It had been 4 since 2012, but it's always been 6. Last Saturday night I met Butterbean. Did you? How was that meeting? Is Butterbean as fun in person as he is on video? Yes. The 15th and 16th of March is the Kalamazoo Living History Show at the Kalamazoo Fairgrounds. Yeah, I wish I could go, bud. I'm sorry that I can't. I don't know if you heard in the last live stream, but while I was going through the Spinny Spinny thing, but I've been going to that thing since before the pandemic. Um, I can never really get good video because a lot of the folks there don't like me doing video and photographs of their wares for fear that someone's going to copy their style or something like that. Um, so getting good video there is really really hard to do. So the only other thing to do is just chat about it and spend money, which I don't have. You know, in 6 years of doing that show, I've bought 2 pairs of pants there, um, and that's it. And you know, with those kinds of deals on guns and knives and pewterware and stuff like that, it just gets it just gets too depressing to go up there and not have the money to spend to get the things that I want and or need for one persona or the other. So yeah, I'm not gonna go again. All three bystander photos show four in the car. All three that I found. I always thought it was four. I always thought it was four. I always thought it was JFK, Jackie, the driver, and the Secret Service guy sitting in the shotgun seat. But yeah, I know exactly what Squirrel Sniper's talking about, where it showed four for years, and then it showed six, and then it went back to showing four again. It's very it's very strange. It's very strange. I mean, how do you have the exact same photo after all these years, but the number of people in the photo at certain times changes? Are they digitally removing individuals that are there? What's the hubbub, bub? No, the guy in shotgun was Governor Conley. Oh, my bad. I did say Secret Service guy. Yeah, my bad. But yep. Man, old TikTok is going crazy right now. What do you guys think about the TikTok thing? Do you think that TikTok is actually going to get banned in the U.S.? I really don't spend a lot of time on TikTok. Every once in a while, I'll advertise a video, or I'll go on. The wife and I will go on there and get recipes to try. But other than that, we don't spend a lot of time on TikTok. But what about all these people making pretty doggone good money posting videos and stuff? Are their friends and family here in the U.S. and never going to be able to see those videos again? And what's that going to do to their incomes? Um, the trash compactor scene in Star Wars is now shut down. All the garbage smashers and not shut down the trash compactors in the detention level from the original VHS copy. Not from Polaroids. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. TikTok TikTok is actually kind of fun. I mean, there are some really good cooks on there, and I mean, the wife just made something the night before she found a recipe on. It's a Philly steak and cheese casserole, and she already does Philly steak and cheese sloppy joes, which just like eating a Philly steak and cheese, but on a hamburger bun. But she found a Philly steak and cheese casserole, and the only difference between a Philly steak and cheese and the casserole is the pasta that you put in it. It's still got the provolone, it's still got the onions, the mushrooms, the peppers, the beef, and it's amazing. Ate it again last night. I'll probably have it again tonight. It's I mean, you find a lot of really cool recipes on there. Um, Other than that, like I said, posting an advertisement once in a while for an investigation or a video release, that's all I use it for. I do not trust TikTok. I don't know. I'm kind of torn on it myself. Um, I mean, what kind of data is a an aggressive party going? You know, if ABC, CBS, and NBC and Fox all had a competition to find out, what kind of shows and stuff to put on their channel that was going to make them the most popular, then yeah, I could see using a social media outlet to gather data. Do you like the behind the scenes laugh stuff? Do you like the hidden camera laugh stuff? There's a show in England, I believe, called Just for Laughs, and they do a lot of the hidden camera stuff. And I love to watch it. I love to watch it. Other than that, I've always been a fan of the BBC. I've always liked their shows. I it really didn't change anything for me. But gathering sensitive information on another country, you're not going to do it through um, 2 minute 2 minute videos on a social media outlet. Um, Video starting to act up. Now it is working, or YouTube censored the comment. I don't know. I didn't see anything on my end. So I I remember what was it last year. People were saying that when a certain excruciatingly wealthy individual who makes really expensive electric cars was going to purchase the platform, how the censorship was going to end like really, really fast. Um, it's not ended. There's still a lot of things you can't get away with on here. It's like the sound stopped for 2 seconds. Wow. I, it, uh, I don't know. Well, I don't have any sound on, so I can't tell. So I just got to take your word for it. And of course, we have the God. What else is there going on? Well, we have the TikTok thing coming up April 1st. We have the stimulus checks, $5,000 stimulus checks coming out supposedly like the 15th of March for any household that makes $50,000 or more, um, that are supposed to come out. We have the price of bread, eggs, and gasoline that are still going up. Um, I can't. What else? Native Americans still getting pulled over at road stops to be sent out of the country because they don't look American. Um, it did the loading and sound for me. Huh. It's hard telling. It really honestly is. It could be the weather. I mean, we do have some kind of crappified weather um, to the west of us that could be affecting things. I mean, who knows? Like I said, it's supposed to rain all day today and tomorrow, and then tomorrow night is supposed to switch to snow, and then possibly snow for 2 days. So, and south of us, down in the deep south, they're talking about more terrible storms, possibly tornadic activity, lots of rain. My mom and dad's pond in their front yard has finally all been soaked into the ground. And so, and their freezing temperatures are over with after $15,000 in repairs over the last month. So let's start it all over again. People are made of money. Hey Drew, they're no longer doing Napanee, Indiana anymore. Yeah, I actually heard that. Mark got a hold of me last week and told me that the new owners were flip flopping that place all around. So I guess they canceled concerts and stuff like that they had set up in lieu of doing the wedding venues and graduations and stuff like that. So yeah, it's the barns of Napanee are never going to be the same again. Be mindful of what news headlines you choose to believe. Oh, I'm very mindful of them. I don't. I didn't even. I didn't even believe the stimulus thing until the third lawyer and fifth accountant um, videos came out, and then on top of that, I seen an actual news outlet video that came out talking about it. But early on, they were saying that people who had not yet received their tax refund, this would be added onto their tax refund. We already got ours, all $1,300 worth, because of how my old boss, we actually were going to make almost 2,500, and my old boss, from the bar, one I had all the problems with, they they said out of $1,600 in wages that I earned from January into July, they only took out $16 in federal tax. So that took us from 2,300 all the way down to 1,300. So yeah. I don't believe any news. I'm back and you're back. Yeah, I've been back for like what, 25 minutes, 28 minutes, something like that. I didn't even know it quit transmitting. It was still showing me live up here, but I was getting the black screen and the spinny down here. I thought it was just me. And then Justin asked if anybody else was having trouble with the video, and Tony said yes. And it's like, oh, apparently we're just not transmitting anymore. So, yay. Go figure, just one more thing. I'm thinking about doing um, a summer of group ghost hunts. Instead of it just being one team going to a location, we we put the word out to new investigation groups, new teams, our old friends, and we try to get together and do group hunts um, for exposure. Either, exposure for the new teams or exposure for our group, going out and doing it with some more high profile teams. Kept checking back, then went to another life for a bit. Speaking of going to other lives, I see every day where you post something in your community tab about Nitro going live. I'm gonna have to check out this Nitro person, you know, because if they got you calling them out, man, I cannot get over that tuft of hair sticking out right there. It really bothers me. Um, if they've got you calling them, they got to be good. I'm gonna have to check out this Nitro. Wish I could do ghost hunts. Who said you can't? I mean, I don't drive. You know that. I'm. Somebody said something to me the other day about me driving back and forth to work, and it's like when I go to work at 4:30 in the morning, that wouldn't be a bad thing. There's hardly anybody, if anybody at all, on the road, and it saves me from being out there blowing snow and -0 temperatures and stuff like that. But coming home is a whole different critter, because then you have pedestrians on the road and you got my one-eyed uh, old ass driving down the road. Um, yeah, it wouldn't be safe for anybody. Um, just don't take too many people at one time. Oh no, never, never, never. Uh, unless it is an absolutely huge location where you can split up and not worry about infecting each other's recording, then I don't have a problem taking a decent sized group. But yeah, if it's like just a regular cemetery or a small building or something like that, no, it'll be very, very limited. Um, he's big in RC and good friend, no drama. Tells it like it is. I like him already. Don't have a car, and I do not have anyone that would take me ghost hunting, blowing snow